Welcome to the Pretty and Profiting Show, your favorite show for branding, beauty, business, and the truth of how to be a boss lady and build your empire. Pause the show right now and grab your seat at prettyprofitsgift.com and enroll into the free 21-day e-course to build a brand that people crush on, gossip about, and buy from. And now, your host. She is the fierce money-making brand strategist and creative freaking genius, Nicole K. Lundy.
Hello, my pretty and profiting posse peeps. What's up? So, as you know, it's March. It's 2015. How did we get here? Time is moving way too fast. And this month, we're talking about content marketing because I cannot stress enough to you how important it is to have content marketing as part of your overall marketing plan so that you have a consistent way to get in front of your target audience without saying buy, and a consistent way to position yourself as the real deal Holyfield in your industry. You know what I'm talking about. So when I started drafting my points for this episode, which is all about how to get people to share your content, I was immediately taken back about 20 plus odd years to a few, I'm in the single digit age, I think. And my parents are scolding me for something. And I remember, me just sitting there taking it in. I was just basically being talked at, and it wasn't a discussion. It wasn't up for discussion. And because I was the kid in this scenario, I talked back in my head. But if I said any of those things out loud, I definitely would have been slapped into another century. Now, as a business owner, and stay with me here, I am making a point. You cannot approach your content marketing without thinking beforehand how you will get people to share it. Because if you approach your content marketing, create your content marketing, and produce your content marketing in a way that you are talking at your audience and not talking with your audience, as in you give a shit about what they say, about their opinions, about adding their point of view, then it won't get shared. So unless you are caring about what your readers, your content consumers care about, do you care about that? You have to put that in your strategy before you say, hey, let me write this blog post, let me shoot this video, let me send an email out, let me do a podcast, let me go on local TV station. However you distribute your content, you have to, before you write the first letter, record the first word, get dressed, think about how you will get people to share your content. So, super important. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I'll give you some real strategies to apply right now. Let's imagine that you have a brand that's influential, buzzworthy, and profitable. It's time to make this happen. If you are looking to master your brand messaging so that it's captivating and fascinating and attracts your target audience, develop your signature program that you can start enrolling clients in right away, get clarity in your market positioning for long-term profitability and growth, create your marketing plan and sales promotion strategy, and lastly, design a customized action plan to make implementation simple, I created the Monetize My Brand program to do exactly that for your business. The reason I work with high-performing entrepreneurs on building their bankable brands is because the world does not need more cookie-cutter brands. Go to prettyprofits2015.com and book your Monetize My Brand intensive. Playtime, it's over. So we're back, and today we are talking about how to get people to share your content. It's so important because you don't want to be this mom or grandmother figure or grandfather figure. I know I have, my handsome and profiting listeners too, but you don't want to be that, old stoic figure that everybody just kind of, respects. They don't talk back to them. You're respected as this wise old person, but you're not relatable. So the first thing that your content, when you are creating it, is that you have to make it interesting. It's so obvious, but people like to bring out the serious academic version of them. And unless your brand is that way, there's no reason to be stiff and boring. So, can you make them cry? Can you include a story with whatever point you are teaching that gives some entertainment value, some laughing value, some empathy value? What is the emotional trigger you are going to pull with whatever content you're sharing? You see, people connect with people who are real. When you kind of put this wall up in between you and your audience and you become a little standoffish, not gonna go so well. Not gonna get shared on your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever. It's going to stay right where you put it. And that's not good. You want to make it easy for them to share. Nowadays, there's so many plugins for whatever website platform you use that you can easily integrate ways to help people share your content. So I use a WordPress platform, highly recommend it. And I think the plugin that we use is called Shareaholic. It has not specifically ours, it has a Facebook share link, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google Plus, top 5 or the super 6 social media channels. It's easy to share. So once we give them awesome content, it's like, hey, share it. And the awesome thing about these plugins, and you want to make sure whatever one you choose, is that you want to allow your content consumers to be able to add their opinion or two. So if you say, a lot of babies are not actually made in November and December, they're actually mostly made in March and April, and I'm arguing the opposite, it's easy for you to say your point. And then that creates additional engagement for people who have never heard of you, who are now connected with you, with somebody they know, like, and trust. So now they're going to start cyber stalking you, getting on your list, start to get addicted to additional content that you produce. And now you have a lifetime loyal customer in your community. Not always a customer in the beginning, but once you get them hooked because you are continually producing compelling content that gets shared and shared and shared and shared, you will grow your tribe exponentially. Trust me. So I mentioned this with the share plugin that you want to have on your website. But you also want to make sure your content is well edited, well produced, because people are shallow. We as humans are shallow. We love each other. I love you. You love me. But if my content is full of grammatical errors, it's not up to your standards, you'll be one of those friends, and I think we all have them, that nobody else really knows that we're friends or that we even know each other. And I think this happens, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think this happens sometimes with people we have crushes on. Sort of like, man, they're weird, but I kind of like them. And I'm kind of too embarrassed to tell my friends that I like him and he likes me. So we go on these secret movie dates and we just call each other, best friends in public. It's kind of that thing. They love you, but you're a best kept secret. So you want to make sure that you make people who are associated with you proud to share your content. So get people to share your content, multiply the eyes, the ears that you get your brand in front of. And it's simple to do. You want to make sure that your content triggers emotion, makes people laugh, feel sad, cry, whatever. You want to make it easy to share. The most simplest way to do that is to download a free plugin. We use Shareaholic. Highly recommend it, and make it easy for people to get, to share what the awesomeness that you're producing. And lastly, you want to make people proud to be associated with you. So don't be half-assed with your stuff. Produce it at the highest level possible, and people will share your content. So that's it for today's episode. This is your host, Nicole K. Lundy. Make sure you are on our Facebook group. It's a party over there. The Pretty and Profiting Posse. Easy to find us. Just type it in the search box. And I will see you on the next episode. Bye. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Pretty and Profiting Show. Now, I want you to join the Pretty and Profiting Posse over on Facebook. It's simple to join. Just go to Facebook, type in Pretty and Profiting in the search box, and click join. Hurry, we're waiting on you. Until next time, stay pretty and stack those profits.